On 1st of November 2025, my brother Tadu Haro, studying in 7th standard of Sainik School, Ruksin, Arunachal Pradesh, who was only 12 years old, was declared not alive anymore. The school authorities informed us that he was missing for his morning PT, and when they started looking for him after a few hours, they found his body a few hundreds of meters away from the school building within the school campus, and it has been assumed that he has committed suicide by jumping off from an overhead water tank, which is about 3 to 4 stories tall for a building. When our family went to the hostel in the evening to collect his belongings, his classmate or his dorm mate informed us that the night before, on the 31st of October 2025, a group of senior students came to their class 7 dormitory and ragged everyone in the dorm. There were 11 students, 8 students from standard 10 and 3 students from standard 8. 11 students allegedly came to the class 7 dormitory after 11 p.m. when their lights are supposed to be off, in the absence of any authority or warden, and ragged all the students in the dormitory. And after they were done, apart from my brother, they told all the other students to cover their heads with blanket and to not look further, and that my brother was taken to the class 10 dormitory alone, where we do not know what happened within those closed doors. His dorm mates do not recollect when or if he came back from the 10th dormitory. Some say that he was not allowed to sleep and was tortured and harassed mentally and physically for hours in the 10th dormitory. Some even say that he was forced to write it down and to say it out loud in front of everyone that he is a thief because he took some books from the seniors without permission, and that he was even threatened that they're gonna make a video of him and make it public next day on the morning assembly and viral on the internet, that Miss Arunachal's brother does such lowly things and that is a thief. I never thought that my name could ever be any sort of burden to my brother. And on his last few hours, the investigation officer, through CCTV footage, showed us a small clip of my brother at around 5:40 a.m. in the morning, where he was going up and down restlessly in the dorm, clearly showing how mentally stressed and restless he was feeling. And he was also seen going into a classroom and writing down a note, and he tore the paper afterwards, but when it was obtained by the police, his last words were, "Seniors tortured me a lot and I don't know what I will do now." He was only 12 years old, the same age as I was when I first held him in my arms. And I don't think any 12 years old is supposed to go through that kind of torment or torture, which we still are unaware about to some extent, that he had to take such a step. When we cross-questioned the seniors, they had to say that we were also ragged by our seniors, so it is natural for us to do it to our juniors as well. Whereas the fact remains that when you enter Sainik School, you sign an undertaking that if you are ever involved in any sort of bullying or ragging or any such stuff, you are to be rusticated immediately. They knew very well that bullying is completely illegal and is a punishable offense, but they still chose to do it, and they've admitted to it. The seniors also claimed that he was called to the 10th dormitory to only return the books that he had taken and that he was sent back right away. But that conflicts with what his dorm mates say. And I know my brother, he was a very bright, brave and smart kid, and I don't think this small punishment that the seniors claim would have pushed him to this extent to take his own life. There was much more happening to it that we still do not know. We could not ask a lot of questions because we went there just to collect his things. But it has been 4 days and there has been no update on the post-mortem and not much of progress in the investigation as well. There were CCTV footages in every single room, and I, as a family, we fear that what if there is any sort of outer indulgence and involvement which does not serve justice to my brother. As we know all the names of the accused, I am a daughter of this state, and I plead to every single person watching this to help me serve justice for my brother, because I have lost my brother today, but it could have been anyone, and it can be anyone in the future if we do not take the right steps for it.